like, do you know what the biggest thing on, like, the biggest trend on social media now, which is just fucking hilarious to me, is it's like, so do you know who sparked it all? It's David Goggins.
Oh, yeah.
So I appreciate David Goggins because he's David Goggins. He's the first one. But then what
Strickland will fuck him up, though.
Oh, Strickland will fucking murder him. There's not even... If David Goggins thinks he would land a fucking jab on... He would just... That's the story for another day. That just pisses me off.
Pretty funny, but...
But what stemmed from him is all these fuckwits that just sell lifestyles.
Yeah, like that Les Watson.
All of it. They just sell a lifestyle like, oh, wake up at and hell, and you got to callous your mind. It's like, cunt. I come from a fucking lineage of you suppress your issues and deal with it, and then you get over it. That's just what I do.
You go see a fucking psychiatrist.
But it's no, fuck that.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
At the moment, mental health is so monetized and so financially. You can gain so much from men's mental health that it's become a fucking cult.
Yeah,
and like, I'm fair enough. If my boys ring me and they're like, I'm fucking like struggling, I'll talk to them.
Yeah.
But like, I'm not gonna like. I think you're all fucking disgusting because you're pretending like you care about this thing, and they think because you're an advocate for men's mental health that it excuses you being a fucking piece of shit. You were a piece of shit. Just own it.
It's weak. I mean, I don't mean.
I mean it. I mean it 100%.
It's weak. I've done it myself. I've gone and seen these.
There's nothing wrong with the mental health. There's nothing wrong with going to therapy.
My mental health was worse than ever when I started seeing a psych or whatever because I thought it's like I started seeing one. I went a bunch of times and then like I never really got anything of value out of the lady, right? And then one day,
$200.
One day it was like my last appointment and I was gonna go away or whatever for a few months or whatever, and she looked at me and she said, I'm really concerned. And I said, about what? And she's like, this ayahuasca and these other drugs that you're talking about, like they're very dangerous. Like, rah, rah, rah. And I'm just like,
that was the point.
You fucked up, lady.
That was the point.
I gave you all those pills. You know, like every time I was talking to you, I gave you that pill of who I am. That's a big problem with people. You know, the more honest you are with them, and you tell them who you are, the more they'll use it against you. And this lady took my money for my psychiatrist shit or whatever, and then she never fucking gave me a solution for anything I ever did. And then all of a sudden, one day she was like, I really don't want you to do any more psychedelics. And I'm like, bitch, you lack the sophistication to even have this fucking conversation.
You want to put me on fucking Xanax, though?
Yeah, fuck, dude. It's crazy. It's the epitome of where the fucking society's gone. Like you said, Greeks in our day, it's like, hey, fucking just
deal with it.
Go through it, man.
Just deal with it. And do you know what? For all the young blokes out there who think that they're fucking weird because they just want to deal with it and they don't want to fucking whinge about it on social media and message their friends and blow up their phone, it's fine to be a bloke.
Yeah.
It's so fine to not want to fucking talk about shit.
Well,
it's fine to not want to talk about shit to people.
Yeah, no, you don't need to.
You don't need to. There's a certain aspect of stoicism that's good.
Tell Sav, tell me, tell another brother.
You don't have to post about it.
You don't have to tell your girlfriend, you know? Yeah,
you don't have
to come home and work and be like, oh.
You don't have to sook. You don't have to sit there and sook and fucking... Because
you're gonna dry up the spot, bro. All the spots, everything's gonna be dry. There's no moisture.
All of these cunts you see on social media who are like, oh, you talk about, they're doing it for monetary gain.
Yeah.
And do you know? And a lot of people I know. Do you know how many people I know that I know are fucking putrid human beings that hide behind the mental health card?
Yeah,
I did that because I was in a weak spot.
Yeah,
But I know fucking heaps of people that are in terrible spots and they just knuckled down and got the fuck through it.
Yeah. Well, that's sort of like what I was saying to you about that, like thinking psychedelics is the answer to your problems.
That's fake. Do you know what? That's
cure.
That's fake. I was going to say this before. When we were talking about Rogan and stuff, I was going to say before, but it slipped my mind. Rogan, for avid listeners of Rogan, you know that he's the one who talked me into trying DMT and stuff.
Yeah.
But I would say it's not for everyone.
No.
It's not the fix all. Because I actually am. I think a lot of people shouldn't try psychedelics because
100%.
it'll unlock some shit in you that you'll never be able to put back.
Well, like I said to you, it's like anything that you do in your life. Like, so once you do it, you can't undo it.
You can't undo it.
So you don't know really. If,
We were talking in the car, and you said,
Yeah.
I seen a interview with myself when I was XX age,
Yeah, yeah.
before I pre-ayahuasca.
Yeah.
And you looked at you as a kid, and you're like, that kid was fine. Like, he was just fine.
He
didn't need it.
But we do need the guidance from our elders, like, and I don't blame them. You know, they don't really know what you were going. Like, they don't really know all the answers. A lot of the boomers, they lived such a blessed life that they never had to really encounter these types of situations that we've had.
Different struggles.
Like totally different struggles. Like you know, not that you know when my old man got his first factory after being in the backyard, he called a guy. He said, "I'm looking at this factory in Wingfield."
$10.
And well, not that it was $10. Okay, it might have been $100,000, but nothing down, no deposit, blah blah blah. Just take it, mate. Make it work. You know, like we're in this other
Opportunity.
time where we're not. You know, our stresses are totally different to them. Like you've become a landowner because of good advice from your parents.
See,
and all that
the
sort of
other
shit.
thing is, one thing you have that I don't is now you're a father.
Yeah.
So now you got to bestow your own guidance on this fucked up world to your child.
Yeah.
And you have to try and navigate your child through this absolute fuckery.
And everything that everyone says about that shit is not true. You know what I mean? Like the mainstream, like on Triple J the other day, it's like they're like, well, why are you holding off on having kids? Oh, because fuck, my house is too small, or blah blah. Like million different excuses not to procreate. All of them sound enticing. It's like, why did my old man, why did your old man have all this ambition at such young ages to provide? There's no other fucking reason, bro, because you were there, or whoever, your sister, your brothers, or whoever your siblings are.
It kicks in.
Like, my dad was 18 when he knocked up my mom. She was 16. Right? They were like, they sent my mom to a fucking like a nunnery, dude, when she was pregnant, and they were like telling her the whole time, like, you don't want to be with this guy, just give it up for adoption. Give it up for adoption. My dad's like halfway through the pregnancy, her mom took her over to this fucking nunnery or whatever, and then I'm speaking to her on the phone once a week, and he's like, I feel like I'm fucking losing her. It's like the whole reason we got pregnant is because I'm Greek, you're Australian. They didn't want us to be together, so we wanted to bind ourselves together. And this dude fucking worked so hard at that young age of 18, 19. You know, he was driving buses for the STA.
People were starting families at fucking 16,
Yeah,
15.
well, my
back
mum
then.
was 16, but he worked so fucking hard at that age, and he had all that energy that by the time he was like in his 30s, he had a factory
built a life.
with all these dudes working under him because he was like a leader about it. Why? Because he fucking procreated. Myself, I fucking lived a life where I was just like, you know what, dude? Like the first girl I had a long-term relationship with, we were all just like, nah, we just want to be selfish. We just want to travel. We want to spend all our money on ourselves. Like, we don't want to buy a house, all this shit. Dude, complete and utter brainwashing. You know what I mean? Like, as gay as it sounds, as soon as I knew that bun was in the oven, my whole fucking perspective on what I was doing in my life changed. You know, and for the last 3 years since he was in the oven, I haven't fucking stopped. And yeah, I'm tired sometimes. Yeah, but my life has come into a place where I feel like, oh, there's fucking meaning there. No wonder. Oh, no. Or do as thou wilt. Oh, you know, do as thou wilt. You know, you're not hurting anybody but yourself. Are you not hurting anybody but yourself? You know, if little Sav goes and says he wants to chop his fucking ween off, you don't think that affects his dad and his mum and all the people around him? Like, anything you do affects people around you. You know, like Anything. Okay, we're smoking cigarettes. We're drinking beers. We're being ourselves. That's called being yourself.